Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Precious Gomechi and you're welcome to this channel. On this channel, we post DIY videos, pattern drafting tutorials, sewing and cutting tutorials, and lots of illustrative videos. They are very simple to understand. So in today's video, we're going to be learning how to make this beauty right here, a Dollman 360 handkerchief flare. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you the full dress at the end of the video, so you might want to stick around and watch the video to the end so you do not miss any part at all. So if this is what you want to see, do not forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up so YouTube can recommend this video to other viewers. And don't forget to like, share, and invite your friends also. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. First off, we're going to be starting with the flare. We're going to cut the flare first. So this is a 360 degrees flare. You're going to divide your waist measurement by 6.28, and whatever you have, you can place it like so and mark. So I did not add any allowance to the 6.28, so because this fabric is very stretchy. So if you have a very stretchy fabric, do not use what you have after dividing your waist measurement by 6.28. Reduce from it, just subtract from it so that the flare doesn't become too wide, because I had to plait my own at the waist so it can fit into my bodies. So what I'm marking now is the length of my flare. I'm marking 24 inches and I'm going to mark this all round to the end. So that is what I'm just doing. It's just very simple to make. So 24 inches, I'm going to mark it round as shown. Now after drawing my mark, what I'm doing is to just take the mid part of that place and I'm going to connect it to the bottom. So just make sure it's in the middle. So I will use my ruler to create like a straight line. So make sure you place it in the midpoint, that radius. Mark the midpoint and we're going to connect it to the bottom, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now this is what the line looks like. So just use your ruler to make sure you have something like this. Then for the handkerchief part, you're going to add your inches. So I'm just making sure that the folded part will be enough. So I marked 10 inches initially. So from that straight line, just take 10 inches, 12 inches, depending on how much you want this handkerchief to drape. So after marking the point, we're going to connect it as shown. So just slant your roller like this and connect it to the length of the flare, the initial length of the flare, 24 inches, which we marked. So the measurement doesn't have to be the same with mine. You can just do your desired measurement. So yours can be longer than this point where we are marking can be more than 10 inches depending on how much you want this handkerchief to drape. So I'm just going to connect it as shown. I folded my fabric into 4 to get this 360 degrees flare. So after marking this point, I realized that my fabric wasn't enough in the middle. that point where I'm touching wasn't enough. It didn't get to that place, so I had to cut out I had to mark out another line. So this is what it looks like, and that is the part we're going to be cutting out. So this angle here is just how we're going to get our handkerchief flare. Now we're going to cut this out, and we're going to be drafting the front part. So I'll cut out the radius. If you're using a very stretchy fabric, like I said, you don't have to use your actual measurement to cut this. Just make the radius smaller than the actual measurement. Now for the front part, I decided to use a pattern to explain it. So you can take the length from your shoulder to your waist, where the flare will start from, so where you can attach your flare. Then you take your shoulder measurement, divide by 2. So the sleeve on this dress is not detachable, so we're going to cut out the sleeve inclusive. So that was what I marked. You can mark the length of your sleeve, and I came down by 1 inch, and I'll connect it to the shoulder measurement. So from this part, you can determine how wide you want the neck of your dress to be. So depending on how wide you want it to be, that is what you're going to place at that point. Now after placing it, I came down by 1 inch. I did the same thing for the actual fabric. You come down by 1 inch for the neckline. If you do not want this to be deep, you can do ½ inch, but 1 inch is moderate. You can use 1 inch. You can do 1.5 depending on what you want. So for the round sleeve measurement, you're going to take your round sleeve measurement, divide it by 2, and whatever you have, you connect it with a straight line like this. I'm using a pattern to explain this because it's not going to be so visible on the actual fabric. So this is not my actual measurement. I'm just showing you what it should look like. So this line I drew now is the chest line. So from that chest line, I'm going to impute the bust measurement and add 1.5 inch to it. Then on the waistline, waist measurement, divide by 4 and 1.5 inch. So if you want to do that, you can add your that allowance. So you can just do 2 inches, then 1 inch will be for the dart. So we're just going to connect from the armhole area to the bottom part of the waist. So this is what it should look like. This longer part is where our sleeve is going to be, and that will be the armhole. So this is all for the drafting of the front. If you want to impute your dart, you can just take your nipple to nipple measurement and divide it by 2. So wherever you want your dart to get to, you can mark it. Then I'll draw a straight line and connect my dart legs. I did not add any zipper allowance to this top part because I'm using a very stretchy fabric. So if you want a zipper, maybe you're using an Ankara fabric for this, you can add zipper allowance to the back. So the way I cut out the back is the same thing I did for the front. So I cut it out the same. So if you want zipper allowance, you can just add that. So this is my dart. Just in case you are working with that, you can just impute your dart like so, and this will be all for the front. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'll be showing you my actual bodies on my fabric. Like I said, this is just an illustration to what I did with my fabric. So this is my fabric, And this is the pattern, like I said. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to fold it with 1/4 of an inch, the neckline. Fold it with 1/4 of an inch, and I'll fold the round sleeve with 1/4 of an inch also. You can use a buba bias to turn this if you want. So I'm going to do this for the back and the front inclusive. So what I did was to place them right sides facing like this. First of all, I joined the shoulders before sewing the neckline round, so depending on what works for you. So after folding the sleeve and the neckline, I'm going to join my shoulders. So I will do that and I'll come back to show you what it looks like. Now after joining the shoulders, folding my round sleeve and also my neckline, this is what we have. So you can see it is very simple to make. So I'm going to impute my bust measurement as shown and also my waist measurement. So I went ahead to shaping this again because this fabric was just too stretchy, and I also minus from my half length because the flare was dragging the half length too much, so I had to cut out from the half length and attach my flare again. So it happens, we all make mistakes, we are not perfect. So but when we keep practicing, we're going to be good at what we do. So I would love for you guys to recreate this dress, and I know you guys are so talented and yours might be more prettier than mine, so try and recreate. Now this is the handkerchief flare. I realized I didn't show you guys when I cut it out, so this is what it looks like. You see, one part will be longer and one part will be shorter, so that's the essence of adding that allowance we added after cutting, after marking the 360 degrees. So we're going to add this half length to our handkerchief part, the skirt part, and that will be all for this tutorial. It is just so simple to make, and if you can recreate this dress, please let me know. Please send me a picture or just let me know in the comment section and I will post it on my YouTube story. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you in my next video. This is what the dress looks like. You can slant the shoulder. You can decide to wear it the way you want and see the handkerchief effect at the bottom part of it. So you can see how beautiful this dress looks, and you might want to make one for yourself. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.